संस्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय Ramakrishnaaya te namaha. Ramakrishna was listening to a song sung by Manohar Goswami, a singer of Kirtan. It was so elevating. Even the smallest suggestions of the divine was sufficient for the master to enter into ecstatic states where he forgets the world altogether and his bodily existence also. For us, we see, to enter into any state is impossible, but to how we get yielded to small temptations of the world, smallest suggestions, how they drag us into the world back, how the samskaras are developed, and in spite of all struggle, the samskaras, vasanas do not go so easily, because it has two aspects of our vasanas. One is nature's drive. Nature wants to do her work through our body and mind. Preservation of life and preservation of species. And for preservation of life, I want Kanchana. For preservation of species, there is Kamini. The Kamini Kanchana is the whole thing I play as if, and we have got entered into so deep that lives after lives, we have also cultivated a drive towards it. There is internal craving, and then there is the external push. Nature is pushing, but nature has also a plan to send back the jiva to its source. The whole plan of nature, and why nature is there is for the evolution of jiva. Look at the opposites as if she wants the nature to continue, because innumerable beings are with karmic load, to make them move. And to make them move, you need to bind the souls. And you want to, and the binding is for release of the souls. It is like engine and fuel. I want to run one generator. I need fuel to run the generator. Or if it is hydel electricity, the water that falls down, I have to send the falling water in, make it a turbine, and run the turbine to generate water. Now water is falling down. Now if there is no water, I cannot send the water back to the tank above. Otherwise, what energy it can produce is going to pump the water back to the tank. Suppose I have a tank, a generator, hydel generator, I leave from the tank, it generates, and if I want to send back the water, much of the energy is consumed in running itself, and a little, about 3/4 of water I can send back with the energy that I produce by the falling water. Now it is getting exhausted, the purpose is not served. I want to utilize here electricity somewhere else. So natural, the idle power when we use, it's a constant natural flow from mountains here, there, or in the rainy season, huge reservoirs are filled and kept through which we get the idle power. Now, there is the divine grace, there is the nature's process, and to receive the divine grace of eternal supply of energy to run this, she has to run this nature. And in every soul, God stays there as the divine source. And there is the intellect which can link to the divine. Nature has provided the system by which you can link to the divine. And divine is always compassionate, unconditional compassion. There is no bargain, or it doesn't seek any kind of life or anything from the jiva. The karmic load you are going to enjoy or suffer. My part is to show my presence here. So in every heart he is there, and the system for you, the individual ego or the individual consciousness, to link to the divine is there, the intellect is there. Other parts cannot go, body, mind, senses and all. Only intellect can link, and that intellect is kept by the nature for you to link to the divine. The eternal rains of source of water is stored and it is made accessible to. So this is the whole system is somewhere you have to get an energy to go back to the source. So comes from the divine grace. Divine grace is constantly there on every jiva. And what must be our efforts? Efforts must be to slowly build up that identity. The statement is, be perfect as your Ishtadevata is. Be perfect as your chosen ideal is. Now we have chosen Sri Ramakrishna as our ideal. I must go on identifying with him slowly. What all qualities he had, good and great qualities. What type of nirdoshatva he possessed. No dirt of any type within him. We have to acquire that. The more we acquire, this is called Jivanyasa in the puja. We invoke Sri Ramakrishna in our body, trying to destroy all the vasanas in the Bhuta Shuddhi, and try to invoke Sri Ramakrishna in our heart and bodily existence. All the parts that he is using is infused. My eyes, chakshu, shrotra, jihva, grana, all these are invoked to be his eyes. I must be able to see the world with his eyes. I must be able to interact with this world with his bodily existence. I must acquire all those qualities which Sri Ramakrishna had in me. So every bit of my thought, actions and feelings will be like that. My whole life, this is called Kendrikarana. I am a human being. I want some types of joy, satisfaction, contentment. All these are necessities of life. To life to continue, I cannot go on weeping and spend my life. It is not possible and it is not safe also. Now and then I want a little freedom to move about in the world, to look at the nature, to interact with the nature, to feel the beauty of the world which the Lord has created. But all this, whatever you enjoy, in whatever way, even a textbook. Bhagavad Gita you are reading and you are enjoying. You may not be enjoying the worldly enjoyments, but somewhere when you read the Leela, Krishna Leela, this, that, and all, you may be feeling that satisfaction which the jiva is constantly seeking. He is deriving from somewhere, but let it be centered in God. This is Kendrikarana. Whatever joy, if human doesn't exist without experiencing joy, or he cannot stay without joy. If at all you want to enjoy, let it be God. So whenever any type of desire comes, turn it to the Sri Ramakrishna, turn it to the divine, and experience that. Similarly, certain things do not go. Selfishness and self-centeredness. Wherever you go and whatever you do, you are doing as with the self-centered. And you want to sleep, you want to take bath, you want to do everything is self-centered. I want to sit and meditate, I am taking myself as the center of all activities, thoughts and feelings. I am making myself the center. Can you shift that center to God? Let the God be the center, so that you'll be free from all karmic loads and you'll be unbroken evolution you will have. Constant, unbroken. Like a train constantly going, you will have the constant movement. So here we shift our Kendra, the point of application, the center of existence and center of all activities, thoughts and feelings. And we enjoy there itself. We enjoy God. We enjoy serving His children on this earth. So this shift, this internal change is what is expected of us, is be yourself perfect as your Ishtadevata is. Efforts are put to that effect. This is the main thing what the saints and spiritual, wherever you read the spiritual, anything spiritual, try to bring it immediately into your life. Especially when we read these standard established saints like Tulsidas and all these people. So this person who sang had a fine nature by his birth, means it is his nature. We cannot say anything more than that. It is his nature to be kind, to be loving, to be compassionate, to be helpful, to run about, to serve others. All this. At the same time, he is well versed in the understanding of Hindu scriptures and all, the ultimate goal of life, what is divine, all these things. At the same time, he is singing also. So, Ramakrishna is very happy about this person. Won't you please rid me of my worldliness? With great trust and faith, he is asking, will you not get rid? You see, God never denounces a person who trusts in Him. This is an important statement that you must remember. God never denounces a person who trusts in Him. You have total trust in God, then He will not leave you. Somehow or the other, He will see that you attain what you are deeply seeking. With trust in God, we move. And the second thing is, God goes on giving us so many assurances, one after the other. Just to take out the Bhagavad Gita. See so many repeated assurances. Name bhakta pranashyati. My devotee shall never perish. Yoga kshemam vahamya. I will take all the responsibilities to see that what he has to attain, he has attained. We see in Rama also giving such assurances. Sakrideva prapannaya davasmiti chayachate abhayam sarvabhutebhyo dadami etat vratam mama. If a soul once he says, I am yours, and gives himself to me, surrenders to me, Sakrideva prapannaya, who has fallen at my feet, do whatever you want. Like Vibhishana, this is uttered mostly as far as I remember. When Vibhishana comes, and all other people will be telling, be careful about him. Then Sri Rama says, Sakrideva prapannaya tavasmiti yachate. Even once somebody comes and surrenders to me, whatever he be, to protect him from all dangers, all fears, is my part, and it's my vrata, my vow, my pratigna, my what I have determined to be. So vrata mama, he follows verbatim. So here we see God giving us repeated assurances in various ways that you are there, I am there for you. So here she is asking Sri Ramakrishna, you are, won't you please rid me of my worldliness? Everyone is bound by this worldliness. And even after we start our sadhana, it pulls us long through. Now on one side is the pulling of my own sadhana, and other sides are these diversions which are pulling us on the other sides. So slowly our love, trust, as it goes on increasing, we feel more and more freedom of the soul from the old vasanas and samskaras. One important thing is love of God. If you can love God, you'll be free from all problems and all pains of life. And your spiritual path will go so smooth, clear, and you can experience the changes in you. Oh, today is better than yesterday. Yesterday I could not think of God so easily. Today my mind is going freely. So these things you will experience. Master is telling, you are like the holy man who went about the city after finding a lodging. You are a sweet person and express many sweet ideas. Sri Ramakrishna used to tell, first secure yourself. When we go to pilgrimage, God expects that first have the vision of my God, and then you move about anywhere. Sri Ramakrishna used to tell. In Gospel also, I think we have already seen. Once you go to a place of pilgrimage, you have gone with a purpose. Leave everything here somewhere and first rush and have the darshan. And then freely keep your things secured and move about freely. First have the vision of God. Then you are. So a person first thing is to find a lodge when he goes to pilgrimage. Push all the things he has carried his bedding, this, that and all, everything put, lock it and run to the temple for which you have come, and then have the darshan. Then you are free. You can move about in the city seeing this, that. Otherwise, seeing here, there, this, that, time will go away and night befalls without seeing the Devata. You went for pilgrimage, you saw the city and came back. That should never happen. You have come to this world, you have to realize it and go back. Nothing short of that. We have come to this world like going for a pilgrimage. We acquired this body exclusively to realize God. And where are we moving about? So he says, you are like a person who found a lodge, safe, he secured his things. And then he has finished the Devata Darshana also, and freely moving about in the city. You are like that person finding a lodging. You are sweet person. You are sweet person. Means there is humility, there is love, there is compassion, there is no seeking anything, only giving. So this is, that sweetness is sweetness of compassion and love. Sweetness of knowledge and not expectation anything. Sweetness of humility. I am humble. So this makes the people or anybody to intimately be with that person. That sweetness, and they like it, just like we like sweets more than any other food. Like that, the people and God, nature, find that person accommodative, and they can freely accommodate, they can interact, they can express, they can get and give. And many sweet ideas you express is while singing, talking, giving. Continuously he is striving to give something beyond. How Sri Ramakrishna is infusing power, confidence and strength in him and keeping an ideal in front of him. So far you have come, you can finish the journey also. Musician. Sir, I am like the bullock that carries bag of sugar on its back but cannot taste it. Alas, I myself do not enjoy the sweetness of divine bliss. Sri Ramakrishna told, you are sweet and your words are sweet. For that, I may be giving sweet words, I may be sweet to others, but I don't enjoy, I myself am not enjoying it. Because somewhere I am held. This is what they experience. Almost all learned people, the sign of being a learned person is his wisdom, not knowledge. Knowledge is different from wisdom. He is wise now to understand the people, to understand the scriptures, to understand the path by which he has to go. He can understand the goal of life. Many goals, many things, many achievements we pass through. Each time we move in this world, we have so many things to achieve. As a schoolboy, I have to go to school and learn. Then after school, I have to go to the higher levels, still higher. Then I emerge out from the college. Next, I am seeking for something more. I want a job. So I have to settle down in my life. So one after the other continuously. Whatever be your present and future plans, your future and present plans may be anything, but always unchanging, unwavering should be your goal. Life, as you are going, all things will be small, small things that you get in your life. Yeah, I want this, I want this, I want this. It is necessary. You have to do this. Then suppose you are a family person, children are there, these people are there, all this responsibility to have to discharge. They want some food, they want some medicine, they want some clothes, they want some vehicle. All this you have to provide. These are your small day-to-day aims of life. So in the amidst this small, small aims of life, these are constantly changing. It comes and goes off. You have to attend completely. A child, till he finishes education, you have to run behind him. You have to be there. But one day it ends, one day it ends, one day it ends. These are all changing. In and through all this, one unchanging, unwavering. In education, you can take engineering or medicine. There is an alternative. You are no wavering. I have to realize God. On the spiritual path, your goal must be unwavering. Always remember, I may have many plans of my life, of future and past or present, but let there be no wavering of my goal. One, hold it firm. I have to reach that at any cost. I'll be reaching. So here we see, he is expressing, I am like a bullock that carries bag of, see the humility, see the openness, how they come down and seek, how to seek from God. When people say, God is this, God is this, they have not seen. How do they come to that nirdhara? Not seen God at all. But God is this alone. God is nirguna nirakara. God is saguna sakara. What have you seen? Where from? What is our ego is telling? I have read 4 books and my ego is telling, I am fighting with another one. No, this is truth. The one who has seen God is silent. He is not at all talking about. He is showing path to others. Go this way. Have you seen God? This is the path. If he insists, yes, I followed this path and he said, led me. You too can try. But after seeing God also, he never asserts, God alone, I have seen God in this way, God is this alone. So, the seen, he becomes silent. Who has not seen, he goes on asserting, this is God, this is God. It is fulfillment of my reasoning and logic on one side. A few books I have studied and I have taken this nirdhara regarding God. What is God I am telling? This cannot be. It is only our ego is expressing. But how to approach God? Will you remove all my worldliness? Won't you remove all worldliness in me? How to approach God with all humility if we have to reach that goal. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.